And this is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of American Legion Radio. We are high atop Mikey Stadium. Teams are warming up for today's game, and that is Middle Tennessee State from just outside of Nashville, just south of Nashville, Murfreesboro, and a very good football program. And they are starting to loosen up. We have a beautiful day here at West Point. I mean, this is just amazing how nice it is. It's at 70 degrees, probably a little warmer on the field. And the Corps Cadets is arriving. They're going to be in most of the lower deck. You can see them lining up. And all the way over on the far side. We understand that there will be a march on of one of the regiments today, which is about 1,000 cadets. And then there will be a parachute drop. West Point Band will not be going on the field, is my understanding, but they will be performing from the north end of the stadium, right next to the lacrosse building. We see some of the cadet band there. And so this is, see the team is huddling. They're going to be going into their formal warm-up pretty soon. But we just want to try and give you the view here today at Mikey Stadium. Again, this is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of American Legion Radio, representing the 2 million veterans of the world's largest veterans organization. And certainly it's a great privilege to be here today. Unfortunately, there are no spectators. There are a few cutouts. You may see them across just on the east side of the stadium over the 50-yard line. They seem to be wearing blue, so maybe they were brought by the Middle Tennessee people. But we have the Corps sitting all throughout the lower level of historic Mikey Stadium, socially distanced, about two cadets, and then spaces saved, a row between them. So they got the lower deck pretty well covered. See Army out practicing, warming up. We're excited about what the team is going to look like. We can go through the roster a little bit with the depth chart that was announced. Starting on offense. And I hope you can hear me okay, but most importantly, I want you to see this view and enjoy the warm-up. We'll let CBS television take over at the kickoff. By the way, if you want to tell us where you're watching from, that's always fun. We always say, and we're all about maybe providing this view to a soldier overseas. We know soldiers can follow things on Facebook, but we're always thinking maybe there's one soldier in Afghanistan or Iraq today, or Djibouti, or another place in Korea. May be able to watch, and if you're there, we just want to say thank you for your service. You're there on Labor Day weekend. Well, most of us get to enjoy a weekend, and for a privileged few, get to be here at Mikey Stadium. And we're talking a little bit to Mark Packard about this. Thank you for the comments. It's great to see that we're reaching people, and I feel a real responsibility to get as many people, and I think we're going to stay with this, but we have 31 people in already. So we're going to stay with this. You can watch the warm-ups from the best seat in the house. We hadn't done this in the past. We will stay with this through into the pregame ceremony, the national anthem, the presentation of colors, the march on of cadets. So stay with us, and we'll bring that all to you because CBS TV, my understanding, goes on about when they do the coin toss. That's when we have to say goodbye, let the big guys take over. And our good friend Ben Holden doing the play-by-play today. Let's go over a little bit of the Army roster if you're not familiar with it. The two-deep chart just announced. Some of the names that stand out. Connor Bishop will be the center, number 57, a sophomore, 6'3", 290 from Holland, Pennsylvania. And he's backed up by Noah Knapp, a junior. The two guards, Mike Johnson, the senior. We talked to Mike in the preseason, and from Hinsdale, Illinois. And then also Peyton Reeder, a senior from Rome, Georgia, 6'6", 300. Boy, Army's got some size, which they didn't have 5 years ago. And I know that's something Jeff Mulkin really brought to this is the size of the offensive line. You know, they're not as big as some schools, not as big as Alabama or Oklahoma or Ohio State. But when I first started covering Army football, most of the linemen were about 250, 260. And now everybody's really 280, 290. And you got a sophomore named Carson Schaefer backing up Mike Johnson, number 63 from Salina, Texas. And Peyton Reeders this year, 6'6", 300. What a dedicated player. You know what he goes through. You see the knee braces when we're out of practice. He just does what it takes to play football. Hear the music playing. Looks like it's going in and out a little bit. This is our first time. We're dependent on the Wi-Fi here in the stadium, but we hope you're getting a chance to see this view, which the Corps of Cadets has, and a handful of us. The east stands are empty today, except for the cutouts. They put some nice signs, which they may have borrowed from the Foley Center. They look like the signs that adorn the Foley Center, but they do certainly very attractive and add to the beautiful vista here at West Point. Got to talk about the quarterback. We'll have to see. I mean, these things change, but Coach Mulkin listed Christian Anderson, the junior from the Bronx, New York, to be the starting quarterback, 6'1", 195. He's listed as a junior, and he played in the Navy game last year. He's backed up by Jabari Laws, the junior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, who played very well for Army last year. He got hurt in the Air Force game and then in the Colgate game, and they are still saying he's not quite 100%. You know, they're saying he needs to get healthy, which means he's not quite back. But we'll see. I have a feeling you may see some depth at quarterback this year. At fullback, you got three big players. Sanda McCoy, the senior, 5'11", 230. We got a big crowd, 62. We haven't done that in a while. Welcome. If you could say we're here, see somebody, Philip May from Los Angeles. And Debbie Radigan, I think she's got a family member in the team. Very familiar looking name, John Radigan from Naperville, Illinois, is a weak inside linebacker, scheduled at the top of the depth chart right now. But Army's got some depth. We talked a little bit with Mark Packard on ESPN yesterday. He does the 4 to 7 show on Sirius Radio, number 84. He was talking about fullbacks becoming dominant in college football again. I said, well, you just look at Army. You got Sanda McCoy, got Cade Bernard, the junior, Jacoby Buchanan, who we just posted an interview with, number 33. He is 260 pounds from St. Charles, Missouri. Had a nice chat with him last week. Very likable young man. Has a big smile on his face. Talks about practice being fun. And as they often say, practice is the easiest part of the day for the cadets between their military duties and academics. And you love to see that. You love to see that enthusiasm. At the A-back, or the slapback as it's called, Artis Hobbs. We had a nice chat with Artis. We've got an interview with him. Just look down the page on Facebook, or also go to my YouTube page. We have a page for Army Football 2020, and we've got 30 videos already. We talked to the coach 5 times, talked to the offensive coordinator, Brent Davis. We talked to a number of the players throughout the roster. We'll be continuing to do that. We try to. We've been doing it remotely. Up to 85. I think we hit a responsive chord. I think you enjoy watching this, and we'll keep doing it. I mean, it's neat to see. Again, it's great to hear. We got Sue Sackett, someone from Iowa City, Iowa, and somebody from Hawaii. That's great. Stacy from Kauai. Wow. We are traveling. It's amazing what you can do with a tablet. So you can watch the team. You're watching it better than I am. But good thing to look for, Christian Anderson's number 4. And it looks like they're doing, well, see who's got the ball now. And looking left over the middle, nice deep pass, complete. And can't see the number there. And I actually have to get my full roster out. We are in a sunny little spot here in the press box, right on the far south side. And that quarterback who you saw throw the pass was number 7, Jamel Jones. And Jamel is impressed. It's from the Colony, Texas, 5'10", 210 sophomore. And looked good on that pass. Actually, Army's going to run a few plays. Army's got a good core of receivers led by the senior Cam Harrison, number 88 from Allen, Texas. And then the player everybody's talking to is number 86. Look for him today. And that is Isaiah Alston, a freshman from Carteret, New Jersey, not too far from us, 6'4", 200. And they say he's got great hand, speed, all the attributes of a very good receiver. So watch for Isaiah Alston, number 86 today. I'm sure Ben Hall and Holden will point him out. And also Cam Harrison. So Army's got some good receivers. Brandon Walters, Dominic DeStefano at the running backs. And just going down the tight end, Jake Lauer, we talked to last week. And left tackle Lucas McCleary, senior, 6'5", 290 from Keller, Texas. Left guard Mike Johnson, a senior, 285 from Hillsdale, Illinois. Connor Bishop at center, a sophomore from Holland, Pennsylvania. Peyton Reeder, a senior from Rome, Georgia, at right guard, 6'6", 300. He's backed up by Dean Powell. I think they're going to get in the game. And right tackle, J.B. Hunter, a senior, 6'4", 290 from Oceanside, California. So that's the offensive line. Let's go down to the defense for a second. We're up to 105. This is a good audience. We haven't done this since an Army-Navy game broadcast. We have the up front guys, Kawani Bonzu at N97, Austell, Georgia, 6'4", 280. Nolan Cockrell, another player that Coach Munkin talks about quite often in his comments about having become an impact player. He is number 95. He's at nose guard. And he's backed up by Nick Stokes, 6'5", 300. So we got some depth there. Look at the linebackers. You got Amadeo West, who plays defensive end, could play linebacker. He's a senior, 6'2", 245 from Oceanside. Has had 3 career-ending injuries, but as the coaches say, everybody listens to Amadeo West, so he is the captain and considered a very good leader on this team. Backed up by Ryan Duran. At the Apache position, which is a new one that has been brought in the new defense, Malcolm Morrison from our neck of the woods of New Rochelle, New York, right where our radio station is. Graduate of Iona Prep, a junior, 5'10", 190, playing the Apache position. That's kind of a nickel player. It's kind of a hybrid between a defensive back and a linebacker. The idea is to have a quick player that can really fill a hole and can really move side to side. with great agility. So watch for Malcolm Morrison, number 2. And then I think we had a family member of John Radican, a senior from Naperville, Illinois, number 47, weak inside linebacker. And then really the mainstay of the defense, number 53, Eric Smith from Bowie, Maryland, the middle inside linebacker. And I talked to him. He comes from a family of sports and engineering. His father has a very distinguished background in both college sports, playing multiple sports, and then engineering. And Eric is just following in those footsteps with his play in football and also study of engineering here at West Point. On the cornerbacks, Jabari Moore, number 4, is at the top of the depth chart from Hoover, Alabama. And he's playing the boundary quarter, which is the side that's closest to the sideline. When the ball is near, whichever hash mark the ball is nearest becomes the boundary side. And the strong safety, Markel Broughton, number 20 from Lawrenceville, Georgia. And then the free safety, Cedric Cunningham. Again, gets a lot of commentary from Coach Munkin, a junior, number 22, from Cassett, South Carolina. And Javari Bordeaux, the senior, 5'9", 188 from Miramar, Florida. Well, we're getting close to the start. Kickers for Army, Landon Sawyers, the senior, and Zach Harding will be the punter. Kick returner, Tyrell Robinson. He made some plays in the scrimmages. And long snapper, Kyle O'Connor, the senior, from North Canton, Ohio. And a punt returner, Tyrell Robinson from South Floral Park, New York. So Army's off the field, and Middle Tennessee State is just lining up. We're going to have the March On of Cadets very soon, and so I think we're just going to stay here and watch the pageantry of West Point as we watch the March On of Cadets today, and the presentation of colors, and we're going to have a parachute drop and a flyover, I'm told. So why don't we just stay here? We got 100 of you watching. Thank you so much. I feel like we're contributing something by doing this. Of course, we're representing the 2 million veterans of the American Legion, the world's largest veterans organization. Our group, the Sons of the American Legion, with 300,000 members across the country. So I hope you're enjoying this. Please share it with your friends, and I know there's a lot of alumni clubs at West Point. And if you want to be a sponsor of us, just send us a note. We're going to try to see if we get to the Cincinnati game. When you look at Middle Tennessee State, everybody talks about the passing game that they have, led by very good quarterback. That quarterback being Asher O'Hara. And he played 12 games last year, had 20 touchdowns. He was throwing for 236 yards a game. They are a good offensive team. I think their challenge and where they needed to improve was on defense. They were giving up 459 yards a game last year. So watch for improvement there. They've got a safety named Reed Blankenship, who everybody is talking about. And of course, their head coach is Rick Stockstill. 15th season at Middle Tennessee State, 91 wins. Coach Munkin was saying that they have been bowl eligible 10 of his 14 years so far. And comes from a background of having played quarterback at Florida State and coached at South Carolina. But we saw a comment of appreciation. We are so glad to be able to do this for you and manage the technology to show you this beautiful day here at West Point. I should mention my dad was a World War II Army officer. He loved coming up to West Point. I think he wanted to have gone here. His brother did in the late 1930s. Just stayed a year. Didn't do so well on a math test one day. But they both joined the U.S. Army from the National Guard. Before World War II had started, they were both federalized and were in uniform when Pearl Harbor was attacked. So they would be thrilled that I get the chance to do this, and that's how we respect the service of veterans, by telling the story of veterans and encouraging cadets and ROTC students. We're looking, Middle Tennessee State has a big ROTC program, and if you look at our page, which you are looking at, we had a little feature that we saw last night about the ROTC program at Middle Tennessee State, and they referenced a couple of West Point graduates who are involved with the program. Starting to hear the band play. And this is really great to have you joining us for this warm-up session. And I'm just trying to go back to the page. We had a good chat with Mark Packard yesterday on ESPN Radio, number 84. And we talked to Lieutenant General Keith Huber. Well, we didn't talk to him. We saw this video. It's a nice video. Class of 75, and Lieutenant Colonel Garrick McCarthy, class of 02 from West Point, who was a professor of military science at Middle Tennessee State University. And General Huber was talking about the family support program that they have at the school. They showed the facility, very nice, comfortable meeting room, and where military family members can come in and talk, and they have meetings and support each other as members of their families may be deployed or may have returned or trying to transition. You know, we do a show on WVOX 1460 AM every Monday at 2:30. That is out of New Rochelle, New York. And we're frequently talking about veterans transition. So we are high above Mikey Stadium. We got a little bit of time. I think in a normal week, the band would already have been on the field, the West Point band. I've not seen them yet. We see the cadet band, and perhaps they are going to do the honors. But we did see one of the groups of cadets going out to the practice field to line up for their entry into the stadium. I got a thank you from Arkansas, from Diana. That's great. Thank you. We're so honored to be here and be able to bring this to you. We'll try to do this in the future, especially until we get spectators back and many of you are able to attend. But we know not everybody can travel around the country every week. And CBS Sports isn't going to be on the air for about another half hour or so. Well, the game time is in 16 minutes, so they're on the air in about 15 minutes. So we can chat a little bit. If you have a question, fill it in there. We talked about some of the players to watch today, starting with the quarterback, Christian Anderson. We'll see if he comes out to start as we were told. You never can tell for sure. Christian Anderson from the Bronx, New York. You don't see too many New York City players. Although we had Elijah Riley from Long Island. And Jabari Laws had started most of the year after Kelvin Hopkins got hurt in the Michigan game. And so we'll see if Jabari plays today. We'll see. We don't know. We hope he's 100% healthy. But watch for number 57, Connor Bishop, the center, 6'3", 290 from Holland, Pennsylvania. And you know, and the seniors, you know, you got these 4 seniors at the guard and tackle spots, led by Lucas McCleary, left tackle, Mike Johnson, the left guard, Peyton Reeder, the right guard, number 76, J.B. Hunter. As Coach Munkin will say, they played a lot of football for Army. And so Army's got some leadership. And watch this trio, these fullbacks. I'm not sure what the rotation's going to be, but Santa McCoy, number 3, Cade Bernard, number 40, and number 33, the big guy, Jacoby Buchanan. You know, and then the slot backs, Artis Hobbs, Dominic DeStefano, and some good wide receivers. You know, and okay, we're going to have the national anthem. So we're going to stand up, and you can enjoy watching this. Joined by the United States Corps of Cadets Color Guard. Please, and Mary Kay Messenger. And that was Mary Kay Messenger of the band, the fine vocalist we enjoy hearing so often in so many venues. She's the person they call to sing the national anthem at Yankee Stadium and other places. And we're going to have a parachute demonstration. You hear that music? So we're going to leave this so you can enjoy the parachute demonstration. I think we have to leave after that. But it's an honor and privilege, as Ben Holland says, to be able to bring you this. We've got 129 people on, and we appreciate being able to do this for you. It's a service of the Sons of the American Legion. 300,000 members across the country serving America's veterans, and honoring the 2 million veterans of the American Legion, the world's largest veterans organization. We'll be back. We will maybe go on at halftime with a few comments, and then we'll be back. We'll have the post-game with the coaches. We're not quite sure how we're going to hook it up. Normally we do our own video, but we'll have to see. We'll try and shift it from the West Point Facebook page where you can watch it there. We'll have we'll have some analysis after the game. But we're glad to have you have a chance to see this scene. And I don't see the group coming in yet. See if we can raise the elevation just a little bit. I've learned in videoing parachute drops that you just really want to focus on them when they get close to the stadium and pick them up as they are coming in. Especially today, we have a very bright sun. just a few clouds. It's just a gorgeous day, and we wish everyone could be here. But we're glad to be able to bring you this this scene so you can enjoy it, and then switch over and watch the game on CBS Sports Network. And then Monday night, Navy's going to host BYU. They're going to get the first shot at BYU. Army's going to get that chance here in 2 weeks from today. That'll be a big game. We hope they can allow spectators. Okay. I think I see some. Yeah, here comes the first parachuter. Coach Dow. So. Okay, and that is the parachute parachute demonstration. And we're going to have the flyby of the helicopter. See if we can get that, which direction he's coming from. I always like to confuse people. Oh, it's coming from the north side, okay. There we go, we got to the flyby for you. Do a brief fly heading east over towards the Hudson River. And that's always something so impressive to see the cadets do the parachute jump. And we got a couple of minutes, so I just want to say thank you to our sponsors. And a lady named Patty Devine has been working with us on helping improve our technology. She operates a consulting service in Hudson Valley, working on direct marketing and also on a lot of computer things, helping us with our Facebook and our YouTube pages. And watch us also on Sons of the American Legion on Twitter at Sons Legion Radio. So we hit 143 people. Thank you. I guess I can wave back at some of the folks. All these innovations. But we'll be back later at halftime. Maybe looks like I guess they're not going to have the rabble-rousers on the field today. They said they were going to keep the number of people on the field to a bare minimum. You know, you had to have a real need to be there. So the mascots and mules are not here today. But I do see the rabble-rousers right in the stands, right in the front of the stands on the north side, encouraging the cadets. And I know it's going to get loud here when the team gets to come in. And let's see, what time is it? Well, I think we have to sign off. Well, here comes the team. I think we can say. I think we got 3 minutes. And see if we can get. So there's the Army team. Now we're going to have to sign off. But we thank you for watching, and safe. If you haven't liked our page, please like it. Encourage your friends to do so. And anyone want to be a sponsor, we can help promote your West Point Alumni Association, your local club or business, and will help us get out to the Cincinnati game in 3 weeks. But we're just going to watch the team come on the field and then sign off for the day, and then we'll go watch some great Army football. And we just got to say thank you to all the people who made this day possible here at the Academy, led by the superintendent, General Darrell Williams, great guy, and all of his staff who put the health protocols together, and then all the people who carried it out so that we could watch football today. I'm going to make sure. I'll let you as we start the 2020 season. And again, thank you for watching. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio. Enjoy today's game.